Hey people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? How was your day? Hope you had a good day. I hope your day was stress-free. Even if it was stressful, I hope it was worth it. I hope all of it is channeling towards your goal and your mission and your priorities. Alright, my name is Deborah Dada. I am a product designer today. On the side, I do a lot of things like I moderate panel sessions. I also have the social impact initiatives where I make resources and experiences and events available to teenagers so that they can make the best life decisions. I do a lot of stuff. And yeah, welcome back here. If you're new, welcome. I am a yapper. I just sit down here and I talk. So if you need someone to keep your company while you do stuff, plug me in. I'm your girl for that. And if you are an existing subscriber, you know how we do it. Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. It means you saw value in what I'm doing and you love it, and that's why you're here. So thank you so much. All right. I am on a challenge to post every day for the whole of November, and when I do that, I'm using that to check if I am actually unlucky or I'm just lazy, because I've had my YouTube channel for 2 years and I've not been posting there. So why not come on here and actually put my consistency to work, put my hard work to work? And yeah, that's why I'm here. So today I'm talking about something very interesting. How I don't question everything. I don't think I'm the most curious person. I'm not very curious. Or maybe I have like limitations to my curiosity. And I don't typically question things. I'm not like the best person to question situations. I just take information and I take them. So I want to explain that side of me and just see if there's anybody that also relates to that kind of personality, if that's the kind of person that you are. Let's just talk. How do you navigate around it? And that's why I'm here today. So I'll share a bit of my own stuff. And if you've got stuff to share, please put it in the comment section. All right. So I have something called a belief bank. So it's when I am very convinced of something, I put it in my belief bank. So that, okay, this is what I believe. Might be unconventional, maybe not everybody agrees to it, but this is what I believe, and then I save it somewhere on Notion. I use Notion for documentation a lot, so I save it somewhere on Notion and I document it. So this is one of the entries of my belief bank. So I'm always thinking about how people process information differently. The way that I process information is I like to listen, reflect, and I let things settle. So when, say for example, someone is saying something, or I watch people that make videos like this where they share experiences, they give advice, they tell you what's happening in their own lives, and I am that kind of person that would just listen and just sit there taking all of the information that you want. Then much later, after it has settled, I start thinking, okay, no, I'm not going to do this. Oh, this is what I would do. This is what I would take out of it. And that has really helped me because it has shaped the way that I see people. I don't necessarily see one person and feel like, oh, they are the hallmark of knowledge and everything they say is correct. I feel like we are human beings and we are always very prone to mistakes. So you might have so much expertise in one area and be lacking in another. And that, because you're lacking in another, does not mean, oh, I throw out everything you say. It just means that I'm able to pick some things that are necessary to my situation from what you have said and discard the rest. So I have friends around me that question situations, and somehow I feel like I don't like that I am not this curious. I don't like that I don't question things this much. But then I've decided to lean more into my own personality, the kind of person that I am, rather than having to want to make myself into something that I am not. Is a thing to learn. Curiosity, I believe, can be learned, and I am working towards being curious at the right things, but it wouldn't just fall on me on one day. It's a gradual process. Now, coming down to this knowledge, I have been able to reflect on some things, and I have a list of things that I've reflected on, which we will look at together. So the first thing is that my silence isn't a lack of curiosity. It's somehow discernment. So people that are curious also discern in different ways, but the way that I discern, like I said earlier, is to take in that information, sit with it for a while, and then pick out the things that are necessary to me and the things that are not necessary to me, and then keep it moving from them. Another thing that I've reflected on is that I take in information, I reflect on it, and only keep what aligns with my faith and my peace. See, that is very important, especially with this age of social media where everyone has an opinion, everyone is online, everyone can set camera and say something and give out information. By the time the algorithm is insane, what if you watch 1 or 2 videos, best bet your timeline is filled with that thing, especially if you make mistakes, you like one thing. So I've realized that sometimes the things that I watch, or after watching a video or two, even if I don't want that to certainly set the tone for my life or make it a value for myself, I just want to hear what people think about that certain topic. Before you know it, it's everywhere in my feed, everywhere on my timeline. And that way, what I've learned to do is, okay, everyone is talking, I need to just listen, pick out what is important to me, reflect on it, and take the things that align with my peace and take the things that align with my faith, and not try to question people, because the truth is people have different experiences, and whatever they are doing might have been coming from a certain experience that they have had in the past, which there's nothing you say that would actually justify it or make them feel better about it. So on social media now, the best thing to do is take in information, filter it out. What works for you, keep it, and what doesn't, please trash it. All right. So the third reflection is that I need to be able to protect my spiritual confidence. So there's something that I say that when we listen to spiritually, when we listen to the word of God, it actually strengthens our convictions. So those things you hear, they're things that make you feel like, I believe in these things more because somebody has experienced, somebody has taught it to you. So now imagine if like there are other things out there that you let come into you, and then those things begin to shake how you feel. Because right now, I think what is really trending in this age, right at this time, is a lot of gender wars, and it's like, one gender so much hates the other gender. And while some of those experiences are valid, you really don't want that to be like the base of your own convictions. So to protect my own spiritual confidence, I actually don't question some things. I take in some information. I'm able to, with the help of the Holy Spirit, discern what is necessary, what is useful to me at that time, and whatever is not, again, trash it. So, and then the faith angle to it is that the tenant of our faith is even something that if you question it, you would never be right. That somebody came, died for you, rose up on the third day. If you explain it literally, it really does not make sense. That somebody would go to court for you, and then the person will bear the consequences of your own actions. It doesn't make sense lawfully. But the idea of faith itself is not about having all the answers. So why do I genuinely want to have answers to everything that I said? Again, these are my own thoughts, and they might be wrong, to be honest, but they're just things that have worked for me so far. That I've not decided to beat myself up because I'm not a curious person. I've just said, okay, because I am not, things that I have answers to, how do I then filter them out? So things that I now know is that I question. Of course, I still learn to question things, but I know that questioning adds its own place. But over-analysis is completely unnecessary. Questioning definitely has its own place. So there are times when you have to ask questions. There are times when some things do not align with your own values, and you need to actually speak up and you need to talk about it. And that's why I say knowledge is important. You can't really question something that you don't have knowledge about it. If you want to question something, it means that you have some certain knowledge, and if you should question from a point of open-mindedness. Like, are you willing to relearn? Are you willing to unlearn some things that you know before? Are you willing to learn something new? Or not just, questioning from a place of, I want to be right. My own way is the way, you understand? Yeah, so that's why I think that's how I have come to terms with my ideas on questioning, curiosity. And again, I do not just relent and say, okay, I'm not curious. I read on topics, I try to learn greater opportunity to learn. But there are certain things that I know that I just pick those information, discern it, and move on with it. I hope there's someone watching this that possibly been thinking, maybe I'm not curious enough. I want to tell you that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you, and just lean on your strengths of discernment. And yeah, particularly in this world where there are so many voices, and you read books, it will definitely help. It will create some sense of curiosity in you, but it won't be that you have to break yourself to get to that point. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. It was quite a solemn thought of mine. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and like, share, and share with your people. Comment as well. And yeah, let's see how much progress I can make before the end of November. See you tomorrow. Bye.